We have Addison Agen in the studio. Yay! Thank you for getting up so early.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, we want to talk about your show this morning at 10. If you haven't heard, your first show at the Embassy on January 21st sold out. What was that like?
Crazy! I didn't even know it was getting. I got a call from my dad saying, "Okay, there's 200 tickets left," and I was like,
"Whoa!
Do you mean 200 were sold so far?" And he was like, "No, left." And I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! That's insane!" So I wasn't expecting that at all. So. Yeah, we decided to do a second one and hope for the same thing to happen.
Well, that's today, 10 o'clock. You can get tickets. You can buy them at the Embassy, or you can get them at Ticketmaster. And we're going to give away a pair right after we're done talking here.
Yes.
So, also we're on Facebook Live.
Hi, Facebook.
So we want to let everybody know that. So be listening, and we'll give you a chance to win that. So anyway, how does it feel to be a star now?
Oh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun to be recognized around town, especially. Oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy. You don't expect it at all, and then they'll just come up to you and be like, so sorry. Can we take a picture? And I'm like, of course.
And how weird. Complete strangers know so much about you.
How weird.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even have to introduce myself, which is weird sometimes. I still do, but like they're just like, oh, we know. And I'm like, what? How do you know?
If you need any tips on how to deal with stuff like the fame, Carrie will help you here after we're
I thought
done.
you were going to say, call me.
No.
Okay.
Now, what's next? You got the show at the Embassy, and you're involved with The Voice. What's next? I mean, are you working on stuff just around here right now? I know New Year's Eve you sang the national anthem at the Comet game.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of that kind of stuff right now?
Yeah. So far, it's all been in town, and we'll see where that goes. I'm doing a lot of songwriting for my original music and all that stuff like that. So eventually being able to find a team that I can work with to continue that on and maybe go to other cities, but right now focused in Fort Wayne a little bit.
To what extent could Adam Levine be a part of that?
Oh, as much as he wants to, which is great because so far he's shown a lot of interest, which is amazing. He's an incredible dude.
Did you know he called you unicorn until after the fact? I mean, when did you know that he called you that?
You don't remember anything when you're on stage, so you have to kind of rewatch it.
I think he said it in comments after you left the stage. I think he was talking to the other judges, I think. Now,
okay.
And he was
could be right.
This girl's she's like a unicorn. You're so special. You're like a unicorn. And,
it was.
And that stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much. I get so much, unicorn everything mailed to me. For Christmas, unicorn.
Is that
anything
right?
unicorn.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I know. It was super cute.
What's going on? And I want to play something for you. And you were really nice to talk to us every week through this whole process. And I asked you about Chloe Kohansky. And listen to the question I had, and listen to this. Who are you scared of? This person can really give me a run for my money.
Chloe, probably.
Yeah.
Just because she's been up there too, and everybody loves her, and they have good reason to. She's great.
So what do you think of that? You predicted that on December 7th.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. Predicted it from the beginning. She's incredible. She deserves everything that she's been given.
You guys seem like you're really good friends.
Absolutely. I love her. I love her whole family. They're great.
You said that about a lot of the contestants.
Oh,
She
yeah.
just had a really good bond going in.
There wasn't one person that I didn't
get along with.
Absolutely. I got along with everybody, and I think everybody did on the base of things.
Cool.
That's kind of what kept us going, and there was so much positivity around because there wasn't anything to be negative about other than no sleep.
What was that night, the live show when you came in? I mean, the whole city was just, it was unbelievable. The viewing parties and everything. What was that night like for you being on the air like that?
So it's when I was up there, it's kind of when it turned out to be me and Chloe at the top two, I figured I wasn't going to win. So I had already kind of accepted it just before. So I could be nothing but happy for her already before her name got called. But after that, there was an after party and my family was there and some of my friends. So we all just went and hung out and it was a good time. Got to hug everybody, got to meet all the people behind the scenes, behind the cameras, because a lot of times we don't get to meet them if they're just in their office editing things. So that's what that night looked like. And I just kind of it was just a lot of happiness throughout the entire night because I couldn't be more proud of what I did.
Did you follow? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You follow where you were on the iTunes charts and stuff like that, or were you too busy doing practicing and rehearsing? And
definitely, we would follow them and see if we got into the top 10. It's sometimes people base iTunes charts on who's going through and who's not, and I think it doesn't necessarily matter unless you're in the top 10 because Otherwise, like if you could be the 11th, if you're in the top 10, it gets multiplied by 5 times. Like the votes get multiplied. So that's the only time it really changes, you know? So we would watch for that. But other than that, everyone was always
And she was
high.
always, you and her were at the top. Always.
Every
And that's
week.
the way it turned out on the show.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was it gave a good picture of what it was going to look like.
From Monday to Monday or Tuesday to Tuesday, I mean, through the rest of that whole week during the lives, I mean, were you in the studio every day? Rehearsing and
not
stuff,
necessarily in the studio, but we would have rehearsals with our coaches, so Adam, and then we have a separate vocal coach to help with little details, and then we have interviews, and then we have staging, and then we have 2 band practices, and probably a lot more stuff that I'm totally forgetting about. It's just but it's kind of nice lives there. Every day you have a schedule, and it's the same each week pretty much.
That's nice.
So it's kind of like school, you know?
Yeah,
You have the same
some
thing.
routine.
Yeah.
You said in one of your interviews that it was almost like a blessing in disguise that you didn't win first place. I mean, what do you mean by that? You mean that you have more opportunities now?
Yeah, you're not necessarily locked into a contract. If it could be a great thing to be in that contract, or it could be not a good thing, dependent on who you are. And I think in my situation, it's best that I'm not. So I totally think it worked out perfectly and as planned. So I'm happy with it.
Now, are you going to be able to do a lot of projects and work here in Fort Wayne, or are you going to have to leave Fort Wayne? I mean, we have facilities here, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of great musicians here. First of all, so many. It's such a great artistic city. Like, completely so happy I was raised here. And yeah, my family still lives here. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Don't worry about that at all. But I mean, for touring, I would be going around all of Indiana and the region and stuff like that.
Very good. Where's that car they gave you?
Oh my gosh! Actually, I get to go pick it out. I get to pick which car I want.
Get out!
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. So
you're gonna get your driver's license now,
I am.
Right?
My goal is to have my permit by my birthday.
Yay! When's your birthday?
April Fool's Day. So I have time. I have a little time. I'm gonna get a little bit of breathe time before that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very cool. Well, I told Carrie, this was a great thing for the city. I mean, you can feel it back. Maybe you could feel it back in Los Angeles.
It really brought people together.
It brought people together.
In a new way.
This was only maybe they're on the equal plane with the eclipse last year that we had that brought everybody together. So, especially for Fort Wayne. So, we're so proud of you. Hang on a minute. Let's give away some tickets to your show.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll do that next. It's 8:21. We're talking with Addison Agen from The Voice in studio this morning on Fun 101.
Jim and Carrie bring fun to the morning.
You are what makes me listen in the morning.
Fun 101.7.